For almost all conferences, what is asked is abstract or poster. Today we'll see how to go about that. Abstract is the one which is usually asked. A poster is a pictorial representation of the work that you are doing. Writing an abstract means writing a kind of summary, though sometimes summary and abstract could be different. If you have written a paper and if you have to summarize everything in, say, suppose 200 characters, then how will you summarize it? It is usually present at the top of the paper. After the title, you have abstract, and then the introduction begins. Writing an abstract gives an idea of what the whole paper is about. If I have to go through several papers pertaining to one methodology or one literature review, then I just have to go through the abstract and I know what the paper is about and whether I have to find that I will find in this paper or not. Is usually written in a second or third person. It is not written in the first person. First person means I have done this, I have followed this methodology, I have done this. In fact, it is written this way: the procedure was this, the findings were so and so. You as a person, it doesn't come over there. An abstract can be written before the paper. I would suggest writing an abstract after you have written the entire paper, because then it gives an idea. You can actually put your findings. Say suppose you are in the procedure, okay, and you get a conference call or some call where you have to submit the abstract and your experiment is not complete. Then you can say that this procedure is being followed. The experiment is currently under study. The usual abstracts have a word limit of around 200, but then there is something called as extended abstract or topic abstract. Now these kinds of abstract, what happens is you have to write in length about the work plan if it has not been done, or if it has been done, or an extended abstract. From the name itself you can make out. So such abstract can have a word limit of 500. It's better to check the word limit and then start. You usually don't cite references in the abstract section. References and citations and everything, it has a place in the end of the paper. Now that we have seen different parameters, different things about an abstract, let me take you through the actual framework and what all needs to be put. So let's start with the first one. First two lines could be about the background of the study. For example, if you are working on a particular compound, people who are reading it don't know anything about it. What is the background of that compound? What is the previous information that is available? Why and how this compound gets into picture? The first two sentences could be about that. If there is anything associated with that, so that you can, first 2 or 3 lines, maximum 2, can serve as the background of that particular topic, and then get your subject into that picture. What is this study trying to address? What is the question? What are you trying to solve? Okay, that can come next. What is already known about this issue? If say suppose I take the same example, you are studying a compound, then has there been any study? And if there has been any study, then what is the gist of that you can give in one sentence, 1 or 2 sentences? Because here there is a word limit, so you cannot elaborate on that. Literature review specifically will come in later section. You can just give a gist as far as your topic is concerned. What gap is your research trying to fill? Particular questions that are being answered. Okay, say suppose some kind of technology is obsolete, then you are trying something new. Or if something is already existing and you are trying that, what is your uniqueness that you can get over here? The different analytical methods, different field trials. If you have to summarize your methodology section in 3 sentences, then how would you write it? Your key findings, results and arguments. This also needs to be short and brief. So if say suppose the key finding was to check enzyme activity, then what is that activity, that number you can give? You cannot include tables or figures over here. You can just give briefly the numbers which are required. You can end the abstract by just telling what is the implication of your research. What do the findings mean in the research world? In 1 or 2 sentences, you can end it like that. If you have not completed the experiment, then you can say that the particular experiment is under study. These were the things that you need to remember before writing an abstract. An abstract should stand on its own. Even if the person is not from that field, he or she should get an idea. Till the next video.